This program contains dramatic reenactments and material that may be disturbing to some audience members. Viewer discretion is advised.
Best friends Troy Driscoll and Josh Long are only minutes into a fishing trip when a violent riptide drags them out to sea.
It has no mercy. I mean, it's going to kill you regardless if you like it or not.
The boys spend 6 days battling for their lives. And without food or water, they're pushed to the limits of survival.
I just simply asked Josh to kill me. I didn't want to be there no more.
We don't want to die yet. We're too young to die.
When we woke up, we were bored, didn't have nothing to do. It was actually my idea to take the boat in the ocean. We can paddle it, I'm sure. What can go wrong?
Josh. What? Let's take a boat out today.
In the river?
Screw the river, man. Let's do the ocean. Shark fishing.
Troy, shark fishing.
Troy was just, like a younger brother to me. He stayed probably the whole summer at my house.
Come on, man, be great. Get me a pole, get in the boat on the sea, catch a shark, you're set.
The best thing about Josh is he'll always be your friend. Once he commits as your friend, he's gonna have your back. He'll never leave you.
Let's go fishing.
What's the matter with you?
Best friends 17-year-old Josh Long and 15-year-old Troy Driscoll head off to Sullivan's Island, a popular fishing spot just off the coast of South Carolina.
The weather was great. The part of the beach that we put in was actually very calm.
Josh has only just finished rebuilding the fishing boat. It had no engines or sail and is completely untried at sea.
We actually never used the boat before we put it in the ocean.
But the two boys have fished the waters around Sullivan's Island many times before and have no concerns.
We just plan on being out there, just for a few hours and then going home, and getting ready for school the next day.
Ready?
Yeah.
After 3. 1, 2.
No, wait! I forgot the bait.
Troy, this is a fishing trip.
I just had my cell phone in my pocket, and my dad's real straight about cell phones, and he was paying for mine at the time, and I knew I wasn't gonna mess it up. So I just put it right back in the truck.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go!
We kind of got an idea of, hey, let's go paddle between those sandbars over there. Sharks and fish probably get in the gullies because it's 2 sandbars.
And everything seemed good. We were making good leeway. He was paddling on the front and I was paddling on the back.
I was having fun. I was bouncing up and down.
Wow, man! Whitewater style.
But in their excitement to go fishing, the boys don't check the Coast Guard warnings of a powerful riptide forecast for that morning, right in the waters where they're paddling.
and we were almost to the sandbar when we just got hit by the current.
Hey, we're drifting.
I figured it was a joke, you know. So I was enjoying the moment. I was, hey, this is fun, you know. We don't have no control. You know, hey, this is great.
Waffle, man.
But, you know, Josh then grew real serious real quick.
No. What's the matter? Kurt, we need to get out of here. Go, man, go.
I knew we were in a current, and then I realized that, you know, we were actually going backwards. So, you know, I tried paddling harder.
And the harder we paddle and the more energy we burn, it seemed like we weren't getting nowhere.
The boys are fully caught in the riptide, and it's dragging them away from shore and out to the ocean.
When I realized how far we went in such short a time, I was like, this thing is really powerful.
Go, keep going. Still going out. Stop. Stop here. Yeah.
Well, we threw the anchor out, trying to get it to hook on to something, you know.
It wasn't doing its job. I mean, it wasn't anchoring us or holding us in one position. Sure enough, we just kept drifting further out. It was no match for the current.
Paddle, Troy, on.
Don't adjust me on my arms.
Come on, Troy.
I don't think it's working.
You know, there's a bunch of people out there running and, you know, jogging and walking.
Hey! Hey! Over here! Hey!
And we were hoping that one of them would have seen us.
We tried to get their attention, but nobody, you know, heard us. We were already that far out.
It's taken just minutes for the boys and their tiny boat to be dragged hundreds of yards out to sea and into serious trouble.
We both talked to each other and saying, we're not going nowhere. This isn't helping. We got to do something different. We got to come up with a different plan.
We gotta do something.
Stay here.
What are you doing?
So I put the top of my wetsuit on, I put my fins on, and I started swimming.
Josh's plan is to swim to the sandbar with the anchor rope and then pull the boat to safety. In a panic, Troy also tries to swim for the sandbar, but immediately feels the force of the current.
I was almost there, and then I look back and see Troy struggling.
Feels like something's trying to just pull me under. You know, I just feel all my energy being sucked out of my body. And once you run out of energy and you can't swim against it, it has no mercy. I mean, it's gonna kill you regardless if you like it or not. I just told Josh I can't do it.
I went under again.
We were being pulled out to sea at a very fast pace, and couldn't do anything about it.
Just 20 minutes after setting off on an innocent fishing trip, the two schoolboys' day out is going badly wrong as they're dragged out into the Atlantic Ocean. Alone in a tiny boat, they have no water, food, or cell phones. And their ordeal has only just begun. Just minutes after best friends Troy Driscoll and Josh Long launch their fishing boat, their fun day out turns terrifying.
Hey, we're drifting.
A powerful riptide has swept them out to the ocean in an unseaworthy boat with no food, water, or cell phones.
Troy, we're gonna come get us soon. Don't worry, okay?
I told Troy, I said, well, they're going to come look for us. They're going to find us. So I was like, and I told him, I said, I'm just going to fish, while we're waiting.
Shark fishing. Come on, man. Give me my new rod.
Right as I got the pole rigged up and I stood up to cast it, a wave hit the side of the boat and knocked me over, and I knocked over my brand new fishing pole in the water.
No, my new pole! No!
He lost his brand new pole, and that really ticked him off a lot, and he pretty much lost it.
Stupid fishing trick! My new rod!
Everything I did was getting, screwed somehow that day. It was definitely one of my temper tantrums.
Whoa! Cool it, man. Yeah, this isn't gonna help, is it? Shut up, man.
I knew he lost the fishing pole, but that was the least of my worries. I was like, hey man, listen, this isn't what we need to do right now. You don't need to be cussing. You don't need to be throwing stuff. We need to be here as a team. We came in it together, and we were gonna go out together.
Crazy, man. You're losing your mind on me. Sorry, man. Crazy.
As dusk falls, and with no sign of rescue, the boys begin to take stock of their situation.
Josh? What? When are they gonna come? I know, Troy. How will they find us? I don't know. But they don't know where we are. What's gonna happen then? We're just gonna drift around in the ocean at night? Yeah? Shut the hell up.
I was telling him, I was like, Troy, we've only been out here for, one day. I said, they're going to realize tonight that we didn't come home, and they'll be out here the next morning.
Okay.
I knew it wasn't good, We don't see land, we don't have a cell phone, and we don't have food or water. But it's the first, couple hours into the trip, so somebody's going to realize, okay, the boys are not home. Something's not right. We need to go look for them.
They're coming. I know they're coming.
The boys haven't been seen for over 10 hours. And back on shore, Josh's father calls for help.
Hello, is that the Coast Guard station? I want to report my son and his best friend missing.
They were saying, where did the boys put in at? That was their first question. They want to know what the description of the boys and where they would have put the boat in.
We have no idea where they went. No, they didn't say a thing. Yeah.
The Coast Guard can't mount a search until they know exactly where the boat was launched from. So Josh's father now begins his own search to find where the boys might have entered the water.
I had no idea where the boys were at, and very, very concerned that we haven't heard anything, no calls, and we kept searching until past 4 o'clock in the morning.
But Josh's father is unsuccessful, and no search is mounted that night. Out at sea, things are getting serious. The two boys are still drifting in their tiny boat. Alone, they face their first night out on the ocean in the middle of a storm.
The first night, I barely slept. We were very, very cold.
Strong waves begin to batter the tiny boat, and the temperature plummets to below 32 degrees.
Coming in too fast. We're all right.
When a wave would come, it would pull that side of the boat down and water would come over.
Come on.
It felt like ice hitting you. All in all, we were, freezing to death.
John, keep moving. Keep moving, okay?
Couldn't feel our hands. We were shivering. We pretty much, we had to cuddle with each other. you know, just for body heat. It was that bad.
Suffering the extreme nighttime cold makes the boys realize just how much peril they're in. Panic turns to terror as they face